Greetings Internet, welcome to Aaron Plays. In this episode we'll be looking at the Allied Turn 4 of Anzio by Avalon Hill. At the end of Turn 3 the Germans tried to relieve their garrison at Salerno and were unsuccessful. So in this turn we'll be seeing the Allies maintain that probable surrounding of the garrison and continue to try to link their units up with their own beachhead in and around Napoli. I've done a little bit of housekeeping, as in the counters. I've removed the Allied air support from the previous turn, updated the supply, and yeah, good to go. So we have there's 20 units or 20 stacking points being supplied by this beachhead here. So that's at maximum supply capacity, and we have with the other units around here being supplied by both Taranto and Messina. We have a total of 40 supply points can be supplied. We still have a capacity for 14, which I've denoted by these dice here. We've got these troops still to come on this turn, and I could start allocating some more units here for turn 5. Now we've just gone into, so this is turn 4, so we've just got into October, first turn October, and there are no reinforcements for the Allies other than we get 2 more replacements, which are again shown by this dice here. There are now 5 available replacements, still without counters. We have 1 unit here that will require a replacement as well. So that's the whole sort of housekeeping. What I'm going to do is bring in, there's this unit here. Again, remember you can denote, let me just zoom a little bit in on that beachhead. Yeah, manually the camera, there we go. So this unit here, by noting where the stacking value is on this side, knows it can absorb a replacement. The question is, are the Allies going to push this turn? The Germans still have quite a significant strength here, whereas the Allies do not. But as I've already sort of started to work out, that even at 1-to-1, keep making these Germans bleed. I mean, they've got defensive 8 there. We could probably get at least a 1-to-1 on that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. We want to maintain over here. This is the isolated German unit. We need to maintain that isolation as well. So it could be worthwhile thinking about attacking the end unit here, because what we want to do, though I don't think it's now that important, is open up the port of Napoli, which by itself can supply 100 stacking points, which would basically mean we don't have to worry about it as the Allies again. And let me zoom out now a little bit, and coming up here we have an armoured unit, and can we get it to this point to do an attack? So it's got 12 movement points. It can go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we can't. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. This guy will peter out if he doesn't get relieved. He'll be okay next turn. He can take 2 full turns of being out of supply, but so effectively on allied turn, we're on turn 4 now, so on allied turn 6 he'll be eliminated for being out of supply or isolated. Or is it worth attacking him just to get him out of the way? Because at the present moment he's obviously holding up on that road. I don't think it's worth attacking him. I think attacking here starts to put more pressure on this German line, forcing them more away from relieving him might be the better way to go. So, new units coming on. There's not much, but I might as well bring them on now whilst we're in this part of the turn. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11. We don't want to push an attack there. Just keep that guy innocent. So that means we can bring this guy to here at the present moment. So no need to push. We've got some replacement factors, we'll bring them on in a minute because they can't really do anything. The guy that we got flipped is a British. We have got 1 British replacement counter, so we'll have those meet up here. Yeah, and now I'm going to stick a reminder on it because that's the sort of thing that I forget. So I'm going to stick a bright pink reminder on it to remind me to actually do the replacement. Okay. We'll also start to put some more units to be brought on. Down the Athena part of the board. So, well, we can start to create an attack. Over here. So the main aim is to bleed the Germans. So it's an American or British, so we can have, so that's 7 stacking points. So that's the maximum we can stack there because they're allied units rather than the same nationality. Now if we come in here, that means we've got to attack this unit as well. Can we attack him successfully? He's got 8. Why not? So 4. So he's got defense of 5, so we want at least 10 there. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 11. Well, if we can get 15. And then, so that'll be 4, 8, plus 7. That is 15. That'll be a 3 to 1. Okay. And then say on this one, we want to get at least a 1 to 1. So that's 7, that's 8. So we could get, we're creating too much of a gap there. We don't want to create too much of a gap. So that'll be 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Second points here. That'll be Okay. Still a zone of control, still a zone of control. So that does free up that bridge, doesn't it? Not really. Okay. And remember the options of retreat. So that'll be 3 to 1 on him, 1 to 1 on him. Okay. So moving these units around to maintain the isolation of the Salerno garrison. Still full zones of control. And then can we get the armour to attack at the far end? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, 11. Okay, so we brought on 1, 2, 3, 4 more stacking points. So we'll decrease the amount of units that have been supplied. And we can bring our commando. So let's actually repeat what we sort of tried last time and bring a commando in here. Not putting this guy out of supply, but again stopping him being so easily reinforced. And the Germans are being stretched as much as I can when I'm with my Allied head on. So I think, apart from the American replacements, we'll leave them at the back because they've got no combat strength, so we don't really want them hurt, so we'll leave them at the back there. Yeah, that'll be it. So, right, so the first thing is the end of the movement phase, so I can do my pink cube and flip that unit. Bringing the replacement counter off. I will then expend one of these and bring that counter back in. I'm ready for next turn. So that's the first thing done. Oh, this camera needs maybe a bit of oil. Sorry, squeaking a little bit there. Okay. Next up, then, we've got a couple of attacks. So let's start with this one. So as it's the mountain, rough, armour loses one of its attack factors. So that's only got an attack of 4. It's still 4 to 1, and we're going to chuck some air into that. So we will make that. Now, do I have to allocate all the air now? Probably. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we don't need it there. 4, 8 plus 7. Don't need it there. So we won't allocate the other 2 air points. At this point we could probably use it for some defensive air support. And the Navy, there's no way to really use the Navy. So yeah, we'll allocate the 1 air point there to put that back to a 5 to 1. That's the largest attack of the game so far. Okay, let's have a look at the dice. There it is, in all its high number glory. 5 to 1 with a 3. Okay, that's a 3R. So for the first time, we've actually exceeded the amount of units that can take losses. So we probably have a breakthrough. So I better quickly check those rules. Okay, so as I said, the result there at 5 to 1 was retreat for and 3 step losses. So this is a replacement. It only has 1 step, so there's 2 excess. He was on a mountain. Recalculate. Oh, that was bad. Should have checked that before. Okay, recalculate. After checking all the rules on breakthrough, but anyway. Alright, so he's got a defense of 2. Alright, so the attack coming was 5 minus 1, because it's in rough terrain, is 4 plus 1's 5. So it's 5 to 2. I should have checked that because I could easily have got an extra. Well, I didn't, so I didn't. Okay, so it's 5 to 2. It's 2 to 1 with a 3. That's 1 step loss each. Okay, so the replacement's gone. And placed back on the chart. And the air units used. And that armoured unit can advance into the hex, and it's taken a step loss. Well, that's what happens. You should look at under the terrain as well. Dear oh dear. Well, that's why he was placed there, wasn't it? So, okay. So it was a 1 to 1 rather than a 2 to 1 rather than a 6 to 1. Still with a 3, 1 step loss each, which the Allies can afford. Okay, double checking this. Yeah, he's not on a mountain. So we've got 4, 8, 12, 17 to 5. That's definitely 3 to 1. Okay. So, dice of doom, 3 to 1 with a 4. Okay. 3 to 1 with a 4 is 1 Allied loss, 1 German loss, and a retreat. Okay, so let's do that one first. 26 Panzer. This is, I wouldn't say it's annoying, because it isn't, but it is one of the admin things you've got to do. I mean, there's not many units on the board. 1 Allied loss got to come from the largest unit. 4 and 5. So the Canadians, it's not the Canadians, it's not, it's the third American. All my American watchers will know what their name is. You've got the big red one, blue and the grey and all the rest of it. I have no idea. Okay, so he has to retreat 1 or 2 hexes. I think it, the stacking limit is 8. So we can't fall back into this hex. It can't go through that zone of control, so 1, 2 to there. And the Allies can advance into here. Actually, you know what? We will only advance him, and the British advance. Then we have the last attack, 3, 4, 5. Make sure I'll stack there. No, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1-to-1. I know what I've just done here. That's British and Indian. So we're overstacked. So we can only have 6 stacking points in the hex. 7 stacking points when there's different nationalities there. One of the basic game's supplementary rules. Just trying to show a bit of the command and supply and organisational problems that might cause. So there was nothing else, there's no way we could do anything different about that, so that armoured unit will have to come back. So it's now going to be a 1-to-2 attack. So we'll leave him where he originally was. 1-to-2. Okay, well, I've got to do it. Ooh, 1-to-2 with a 6. Retreat and 2 step losses for the Allies. That was a little bit of a... Was it bad? We'll take a step loss on both of those units. Okay. Okay, so they fall back from this hex and we'll put them back in here. And again, we can't because that would be overstacked as well, wouldn't it? Because the units, even with step losses, maintain their stacking. So that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll have him fall back into Napoli. Okay. Right, well, let's put some... So that's combat phase. Complete. Not as... Well, I suppose it was reasonably successful. Maintain the isolation here. Drove back and severely weakened a panzer unit. Miscalculated the odds on an attack up here. And miscalculated the odds on an attack on here. So, yeah. 2 buffoon moments and a success. Standard fare. Okay, so we have got 2 points of air support. And now that Napoli is out of a zone of control, and the Germans would have to actually attack to put it back into a zone of control, which I'm not sure they will, considering they have a lot more to defend now. There's gaps starting to appear. So yeah, I think it might be. Well, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with the Germans yet. That's probably one of the problems with playing solo. Looking at it from the German point of view, it's going to be hard work to relieve this guy and drive on Napoli and maintain a front. They can't do all 3. So we will put some air support out, and we'll put 1 point here because it's not the strongest hex, and 1 point here. And now we will use the second port counter that we got at the beginning of the game, and we will place it in Napoli. So if that's still out of zone of control next turn, that will flip over. If it does go into German zone of control, it's actually destroyed. So that could be worth it. And yeah, we can't use the point of naval for defence. So I think that's it. Can't think of anything else I need to do. Have I missed anything? You should be placing that way to remind me I've done him. Okay. End of Allied turn 4. Okay, I'm back. Alright, lesson learned. Look at the terrain before you commit to attack. Make sure you've got the units that you can actually do something with. The Allies aren't getting any reinforcements till next turn, so they're turn 5. The Germans, when do they get their reinforcements? Oh, reinforcement. Same turn. 7.5. Now they will get a fort this turn. Yeah, it's starting to open up. The Germans now got a lot to cover and not many units to cover it with. So, not sure what to do there. As I said, there were one of three options. Yeah, it's very windy here at the present moment. That's why you keep hearing the door open and close, open and close, open and close. So, as it's near the end of the video, I'm just going to wrap it up and say, okay, thanks for watching, guys. Comments, much appreciated if you could. Hit the like button so that more people can get to see this. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Much appreciated if you do. Until next time, bye, Internet.